What's up everyone, Chris here. Now raise your hand if you've ever heard this before. My hamstrings are always tight. I have the tightest hamstrings in the world. And no matter how much stretching you do, they just never change. Well, I'm here to tell you that you probably do not have tight hamstrings. And I'm gonna give you 2 ways to potentially fix it in about 5 minutes or less. The first thing that might be going on is your hamstrings might be tight just because other muscles aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. A classic example of this is if your glutes aren't working or you've got glute amnesia going on. This happens when your glutes stop doing their job and your hamstrings have to do double the amount of work, so they always feel tight just because they're doing the glutes job. A simple way to assess this is to lay down on your back and do a single leg hip bridge. Hold this position for about 10 seconds, and after you're done about 10 seconds, I want you to take note of where do you feel it the most. Do you feel it in your glute? Do you feel it in your low back? Do you feel it in your hamstring? If that isometric hold really fires up your hamstring and it almost feels like they're gonna cramp up, you probably don't have tight hamstrings. You probably have overworked hamstrings, and you need to do a better job of turning on your glutes, whether that be in a warm-up or during your actual training. A simple fix for this is the leg lock bridge. Lay down on your back, knees bent at 90 degrees, pull and hug one knee tight to your chest. Then with your foot that's still down on the ground, push your butt up, give it a good hard squeeze at the top and a full exhale through your mouth, and squeeze, 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 squeeze. Really try to feel it in your glute on that one side. Drop back down, repeat for reps. That'll hopefully kind of wake up your glutes and take some of the stress off of your hamstrings. The second little experiment we can do is have you lay down flat on your back, hands by your side, legs out nice and straight. Keeping both legs as straight as possible, lift one leg up in the air as high as you can, and once you feel that little bit of stretch on your hamstrings or you feel like you can't go any further than that, hold it, take note of where you got to, and then drop your leg back down. Now what I want you to do is take that same exact leg, bend your knee, and pull your knee to your chest without using your hands. Imagine that there is an empty soda can in between your hip crease and your body, and pull that knee to your chest as hard as you can, and imagine like you're trying to crush that soda can. Pull your knee up, full exhale, relax, do it again, pull, 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 full exhale, and I want you to repeat this about 5 to 8 times, but I want you to really pull that knee to your chest, make that hip flexor work. Once you've done that, I want you to repeat the same test that you just did, and I want you to take note if there's a difference in your range of motion. Now, some of you will experience a voodoo magic trick where you magically gained 5, 10, 15, 20 degrees range of motion and your hamstrings are suddenly not tight anymore. Well, this is simply because your end range of motion hip flexion sucks and you need to do a better job of activating those muscles just because you sit all day and you don't really use them for the most part. Maybe you combine the 2 drills, the glute activation and the hip flexor activation, and oh my God, your hamstrings aren't so tight anymore. These are just 2 reasons. They're not all of the reasons why your hamstrings may be tight, but hey, give it a shot. Maybe it'll fix the problem, maybe not, but they'll still help you function better as a human.